Auburn, they're in the lead for five-star wide receiver Caleb Cunningham. I got Tiger expert Jeffrey Lee on the video with me. We're going to find out what went on during Cunningham's weekend visit to the Plains for Auburn to come out on top of this recruitment. All the big questions, I'm going to ask it. But first, Auburn fans, hit subscribe to the On3 Recruits channel, the best recruiting channel on YouTube. All right, let's bring in my guy Jeffrey Lee from Auburn Live. And, you talked to Caleb Cunningham directly after the visit. Auburn's his leader. What did he tell you?
They stand number one. He wasn't shy about saying, hey, they're my number one school. I was kind of taken aback from that. We've seen him take visits to other schools, and we've seen him talk highly of each of those visits. But to come out and say, they're number one, I thought was very telling of what he thinks about Auburn. The coaches, the culture, the fit, the guys he was around all weekend, I think all played a part in him walking away from there going, Auburn's at the top right now.
Right. And, hey, look, on Tuesday, Caleb Cunningham's already in Oxford on campus at Ole Miss. So we know this recruitment, despite naming Auburn as leader, Jeff, we know this recruitment's not going to be easy. You got Ole Miss in state. You got Mississippi State as well. Are they the top competition, or do you view somebody else?
I think so. I think those Mississippi schools are going to be in there until the end. I know he's going to Florida. He's going to Tennessee. He's going to Alabama. He'll be back to Auburn in July. Okay. But I think in the end it's going to be tough to get him out of the state of Mississippi.
Yeah,
I think that was more what I took away from his interview was, if anybody's going to get me out of Mississippi right now, it's Auburn.
So you said he has that visit in July. What do you think Auburn needs to do to remain at the top of his recruitment?
Keep doing what they're doing. What they have right now is they have two guys he has extremely close relationships with. He's got a long-standing relationship with Derek Nix, who was at Ole Miss. Derek Nix has been recruiting him since his ninth grade year. He said so Saturday. They have a great relationship. Then you've got Marcus Davis, who have been building a relationship for the past 2 years at Auburn. He's familiar with Auburn. He's from Mississippi, but he's been to Auburn at least 5 times that we're aware of. So he's comfortable. He likes the coaching staff. He likes Hugh Freeze in the offense. He likes how Hugh Freeze uses the wide receivers like him in his offense. So Auburn has a lot of things working for him. And I thought, Josh, one of the more interesting things he talked about over his official visit was that not only did he get to meet with the coaches and see the fit and what their plans were for him, but he also got to hang out and spend a lot of time with Cam Coleman, with Perry Thompson, with Bryce Kane, with Malcolm Simmons, the 4 guys that they just signed out of high school in the 2024 class, which as Auburn fans, I think you go, man, how do you get another, 5-star wide receiver? How's this 2025 wide receiver class going to stack up when you just signed 4 studs? But so for him to be able to go in there and really hit it off with those guys, he said, we have a lot in common. We're a lot alike. We get along. We're like best friends already. So I thought that was very big for Auburn. So in order to maintain that top spot, they just need to keep doing what they're doing, keep building on those relationships, keep getting back on campus, and hopefully pull that out in the end.
Yeah. And hey, Hugh Freeze isn't happy with just signing one elite wide receiving class. He wants to back it with another one. So if you're an Auburn fan right now, outside of Caleb Cunningham, who else is at the top of that wide receiver board?
You've got 2 guys coming in this weekend who are at the top of that wide receiver board. You've got Travis Smith from Georgia coming in for his official visit. You've got Derek Smith from Alabama who's coming in for his official visit. Both of those guys. Of course, Travis Smith, everybody's got him pegged, elsewhere, probably Georgia. It would be tough to get him out of the state of Georgia. Yeah. Derek Smith is committed to Alabama. So neither one of those guys are going to be easy pulls, but Auburn's having them on campus this weekend. Another guy they've already had on campus for official visit, I think it was back in April, was C.J. Wiley. Again, not going to be easy to get him out of Georgia, but I think those 3 guys are at the top of the board. I think another guy to watch is Malik Clark. He is a 4-star from South Carolina. Auburn's working on him. Just came out. He's got Auburn in his top 5. So he would be another guy to keep an eye on. If they could get 2 to 3 of those guys to stack on top of what they brought in this past class, that would be what the recipe Hugh Freeze is looking for as far as wide receivers go in his tenure at Auburn.
All right, recruiting is heating up on the Plains. Auburn fans, let us know, comment section below. How you guys feeling about Caleb Cunningham and him naming Auburn the leader? Will it last? And also, who's your top target on that wide receiver board? Let us know, comment section below. Well, you've made it to the end of today's video, but there's hundreds more videos on the On3 Recruits channel for you to check out. And also, while you're here, hit subscribe.